Poor nerds. Oh. How is everybody today? Get back to it. Oh. Hold on. Okay, now get back to it.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination. You've arrived at your destination.
Hello. I wish I could go with Cadillac, but it's such a low tier. I'm stopped up like I'm about to tell you. Let's go. Why are you lighting my key over here? Oh, man. Looks like we're with me. I'm not even paying attention to it. This is just paying attention to the back of the truck. This is an 08 model? No, it's a 19 model. Too late on that one. Woo-wee. Little drifty. Yeah. Laps this? Goodness gracious. Alright. Oh, yeah. There. Yeesh, let's go. Holy cow, dude. Fucking focused up like a motherfucker. On the next one.
Hey, morning, people. You want to hear a sentence I've been waiting for?
Probably do that one.
To say. This next base arena track is a skill song. Analyze in Japan. Oh man, that felt good. Woo!
It's dope. No, this bug here.
Turn sharp right.
Dude.
200 yards. Turn right. Turn right.
Bless you. Fish gracious. Ugh, that was terrible. Whew.
What's up, people?
Fuck.
Day 2, live from Legend Island off the coast of Japan. We've got track racers out here, we've got dirt and off-road champs, we got drift drivers and stunt pilots and Horizon Rush veterans. Oh, and the latest crew of Legendary Friends just showed up from their event. Nice to see them. Oh, we got a couple of goofball DJs here to keep the party going. This is Base Arena.
Oh, that was a big bird out. Alright.
this next one. Let's get it.
Oh, that was good. Okay, cool. Try to get this going as much as possible. I think I have this car already. Yeah. Oh damn, whatever. It's alright. Oh. Drive across the water. I'm gonna be able to do that during winter. I don't know if this freezes during the winter. There's like a big lake, so maybe. Ooh, that price tag. Ooh, golly. Pretty car gets pretty price tag, that's true.
Everybody, Scott Tyler here, announcing an event that they never had at Horizon Australia, not even at Horizon Mexico.
You've arrived at your destination.
Horizon Rush. It's a brand new time attack obstacle course down at Tokyo City Docks. It's exclusive to Yellow.
After this one, for the last race, if I have to do it, I'm not sure if I do or not. If I have to do it, I'll modify the car to it's better on cornering. Because that thing is just a small little truck. Like, this is not going to be well for that whatsoever. Go. Maybe. Yep. Closer. Perfect. Let's go. Bumping while you're way through this, alright, goodness gracious. Let's go. All right. All right. Oh, dang it. The ram fell back. Gosh, dang it. Oh, we got 40 points on the board. Let's go. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hold the little mascot. Here's. Excuse me.
I was up at the ski resort, you know.
Welcome back, Dennis.
AIDS. Jumps up to S1. Damn. Corral. Good looks. Of course you can. Spots, 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 spots. Which is nothing but bots, 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 bots. Oh, I need like 1 point. I don't need oh so many. I just need one little point. There we go. Let's go. Alright, I think we're all there. Minor upgrades and tunings. Yeah, I couldn't get the tires I wanted, so I have to go with the rally tires. Which I think are slightly better than drag tires.
It's not a competition, it's an adventure. A memorable
Oh wait, what am I doing? We gotta customize it.
both
Oh.
cherish. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've gotta go get more stamps than
Gotta make it look good, man. We already put all this time and money into upgrading. Now we're gonna make it look good. Yeah, what we got? I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. That dragon one's pretty dope. Really? Lightning McQueen again? On everything. Lightning McQueen here, Lightning McQueen there. Why is there a Vaporeon one? I don't know, I'm good. I want to get the G one just out of spite because it's there. Like, come on, look at that. Fucking watermelon destroyer over here. We got Deadpool. Okay. Oh fuck. America! Murray got on the Viper. South Park? I did see South Park. Hell yeah, dude. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't want it. I don't see it. Oh, that was pretty dope, Mopar. What is this LSD over here? What the fuck? Oh, that's pretty cool. Simple and neat. Oh, I like the two-tone. Then we're going with this one. It's been rough. So let me tell you, it's been fucking rough.
Have you seen the speed traps they have here? I mean, they work exactly the same as the speed traps at every other festival, and they're not really traps. They're more
Alright.
like-
Yeah. Hey, look at that. I would not be able to do that in a regular drag car, okay?
Boots at the mall, but they're in
Fuck
Japan.
that noise.
I mean, Japan, you guys. Go, drive fast, get stars, see a temple, customize a Toyota, for gosh sake. Whatever. Just stay tuned to the one and only Base Arena. Let's get it.
Here we go. Sticky. Angle of that wing, what the hell? Very average. Very average. Little bump, little bumps. Toy knife, come here, boy. That's left. Oh, stop drifting there. Let's go. Let's go! Hell yeah, dude. First place. Was there ever any doubt? Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's what. What am I looking for? Brain had a fart. There we go. Do it.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Miles. Oh my gosh, that is that far. Phew.
Tune in to Horizon Base Arena. Let's get this party started.
Let's get this party started. Up. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Celebrating probably how long Horizon's been going. Or Forza Horizon. Yeah. There was a big update for the game today. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, did you hear about the money glitch thing? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. 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 That abused the thing, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Damn. Right. Right. Unless they recorded all their own. Right. Yeah. Understandable. Yeah. Yeah, because of it. I think it's the car you got for being top of eliminator round or whatever, so. If I was there, I wouldn't remove the eliminator, just remove the Hummer. I mean, but people probably would have found another vehicle that did the same issue or whatever. Yeah. Wait, I didn't even see how much this car costs. 127. Oh, fuck. Yeah. 127 is. They don't really buy a skin for it. Go silver with it. Go. I'm hoping my dad responds soon. Maybe we can go up to Lowe's. I've been having an electrical issue and yeah, it's not fun. So are we install a new electric water heater? And then yeah. And then the water heater was running on an old wire and the wire fucking exploded. So this past week we've just been having cold water. And I'm like, hopefully we can get it done today so that way I can get some warm water. And I'll take a second shower so I can not freezing my ass off. Because it's not been fun whatsoever. But not having a good time. I think it's probably why I'm so stuffy too, because sorry. I totally killed that guy. Hey, there he is. He's alive. Come on for vengeance. Sorry. back here, Detour. No. Come on, big boy. Left tap. He's quick with it, that's for sure. Don't try with the bridge. Oh, more curves coming up. A little rough, but we're good. Oh no, he's got ahead of me. Fuck. No. Wait. No. Fuck you, bitch. Let's go. Hell yeah. Right. Is that it? Are we done? There was more to that. Yeah, okay. So there's more races. Also, I gotta finish that road. Where's the other one? Every day, slightly closer. I can rally.
Welcome back, everyone. It's spring in Japan, so you know what that means. I know this. It's new season racing on the playlist. Perfect muddy conditions for off-road competition, spring kites and streamers at the Spring Festival. Well, yeah, I was gonna say cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms? They're my favorite. You wanna go look at some? Yeah, why not?
For sale, but I already have it. Alright.
200 yards. Turn sharp left.
I heard you go straight, right?
Turn sharp right. Arrived at your destination.
Let's get it. Oh, you do get a Corvette. Nice. Nice. I've seen the car or the photo. I didn't know that was actually one. Good to know. It's the one we actually use. Unfortunately, I don't have it. What? Sorry, Jesse. Just threw right into this. This is your pod racing. Straight down. We just fucking no problem. We got that. Let's go. Is it kind of binary? Oh shit. Let's go see. Okay. Well, we can start back up here. Still going that way. Hey, there you go, Beaver. Let's go. He figured it out. It's the Honda. Here, have a cigarette.
So, it happened
Yeah,
in-
boo.
It happened in Australia. It happened in the UK and Mexico, and now it's happening.
Happening in my ass. Whoa. Travel it. Yeah, fast
As
travel it.
well, someone has smashed every bonus board of the Horizon Festival.
What? Chris, if you added up all those boards, all those bonuses, how much you reckon it'd be worth?
A big pile of splinters, and enough to buy a legend. The next tune is just for them on Hospital Records Radio. They've
Whoa, what was that? I go around the outside, he's like, nah, it just cuts in front of me. What the fuck? You, Jesse. Hit that. Hit that right. That's what we hit that. Sabotage yesterday. Don't care, right? Just like kill him. Oh, dude. I was zoned out for a second there. Woo-wee! I was thinking about other things at that time. I saw a red light. I was like, oh wait, I'm driving. Not just that, I'm racing. Over here now. Okay. Back over here. Haha! I'm not gonna get first place, I don't think. I'm gonna try it. I don't think I'm gonna get it. It's easy with it. But that's okay. I already won first place in the last 2 races. But it's not detrimental that I have to get first place. Oh my god, second place. What am I doing? I'll take it, second place. I'll take it. Fine. It's fine. Give me that car already, damn it. Go. Alright, next. Right there. There it is. I'm like, where is it? I think it's a 4x4. Oh. There. There. Why are they so far apart? Goodness gracious.
According to an old saying, the pen is mightier than the sword. Today especially, many people seem to have been brought together by the pen. They make friends with people in distant lands and learn how to
I don't want to drive a G-Wagon either.
customs.
Let's do Toyota. Let's do Yoda, man. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a D class and upgraded to a B class, so I don't know how this is going to handle. We'll find out. Find out together. Whoa, hold up. Yeah. Also, I gotta take a photo of this Bronco real quick. Bronco, right? Not Bronco. Nissan. Oh, it's Nissan Safari. Let's go. Nissan Safari. Whatever. Shove it, alright? You don't like it? Shove it. Gonna teach your grandma how to boil eggs. Whoa! Ha! Thanks for the boost, bud. Okay, Mitsubishi. Very sideways. Drawing on the wall. I realized I was about to hit that checkpoint. Losers. Although I probably would have lost if I kept going with that last thing. 'Cause I was sailing right past that checkpoint. Checkpoint's over here. I was like, ew. Oh man, I'll tell you what. As the way it should be. Oh, nice. Let's go. Anyway, where-
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
You know what? I'm just saying fuck it to all the cars, alright? There we go.
Yards. Turn right.
大活躍中の招待レースから参加しているドライバー。
Whoa. Let's go. This is the way, right? Quick, I know, a shortcut just cuts through the forest.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. You have arrived at your destination.
Let's go! Oh, Yoda kicks it, dude. Oh, yeah. Couple cars I gotta take. Back here. Back here. Both Toyotas too. Awesome. What the fuck? That hit? Whoa! Hold on now. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Okay. I had to back up, make sure I wasn't about to miss a checkpoint or something. Go. Where are y'all going? What the hell? Man, that's not gonna have competition. I'm not upset about that. Let's go. Here goes the other one. Fuck you, Waffle.
I believe you've made a grave mistake putting that in this.
Did you get crimson with it yesterday?
Yeah, I did. Alright, doggo, outside. Yeah, as soon as I joined the Discord last night, I was on my way home from church, and as soon as I popped in, I played that. He was like, "What the?" Goodness gracious. You didn't know that? He was like, "I think I'm going it down," or however he talks, you know. I was like, "Dude, were you ever a smoker?"
He vapes a lot though. He did quit for a little bit. That was a wall. There we go.
What are you playing, Forza?
Yeah. Oh, dude. So, nearly lost the house.
You nearly lost the house.
Yep.
Why were you gambling at?
Didn't know I was gambling it. So I hooked up an electric water heater, so on-demand water heater, to the house. Use the old.
Oh yeah, that thing you guys were bragging about the other day. It's just a panel that goes on the wall.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. But the problem is, I used old wiring that was there for the old water heater to hook it all together.
That'll do
And
it.
yeah, it caught fire.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So this past weekend we lost power to the house. Didn't know why. Bills paid, everything like that. Got the electric company out to the house, and they go around back. Like, oh yeah, your breaker's flipped. They flipped the breaker back on. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know why that happened. Well, everything's working. Everything's running just fine. So then I go down to see my parents, and I get back. The power's back off. It was been like 8 hours. Power's back off. Don't know what's going on. Fire bad, yeah. Don't know what's going on. So I go back out there, flip the breaker. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then the water heater breaker that flipped. Like, okay, let me try turning this water heater breaker back on. Put the water heater breaker back on, and then all the power is gone again. I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah.
So then I call my dad. He's like, might be because the thunderstorms that we had this past week or whatever, the breaker might have gone bad because of the thunderstorms. Go out, buy a new breaker, test it out, see if it works. It did not work. Got a new breaker, put it in, plugged it in, and it just did not work. It flipped again. I'm like, okay, cool. Something's wrong. He said, he told me to. I tried a couple different things, but then he said to disconnect the breakers because it goes from one breaker box to another breaker box before it goes to the water heater. Then he wanted me to disconnect the smaller breakers that are connected directly to the water heater and see if it might be one of those bad. So all right, I'll disconnect those, and then no, it blows as soon as you plug it in or start up the big breaker. I was like, okay, so if it's not this breaker, it's not the breakers attached to it. It has to be the wire. And the access for the crawl space upstairs or crawl space on the roof is right there in that room. So I'm like, oh, I can just pop up there, look at the wiring or whatever, see how it's going. Well, I did that, and at first you see like little beasties chewed at one part of the wire, and then down there a little bit. I was like, okay, well that's bad, but it's not like super bad to where the wires are exposed to each other because it was just like the outer covering that was gone. The like wiring had only like a little bit of the black wire exposed, and then down the line it had like a little bit of white wire exposed.
Hold on. Here, let me hop right back in. I am invested in the story, but I'm getting a phone call. Let me call you right back.
All right.
All right, sorry.
Turn around.
You're good. Wire bad.
Safe
Wire
to
was
do
bad.
so.
Wire was old.
be an Atticus here, and
To be
have you
continued
seen
until
the
Waffle's
region
back.
mascots? There's a different food or drink for each region. I love it.
What if we do a big mascot trip? Smash through at least 5 in a region, and go and find the best place to get that mascot.
Planning lunch and
Country good.
discovering all the regions?
Country not good.
Actually,
Country
that's
stuffy.
genius.
Country doesn't feel good.
Hey, everyone,
Whatever that
keep us
thunderstorm
updated
brought
with
with
your
it, dude,
mascot journey.
it kicked up some good pollen or something. 'Cause my allergies been messed up all weekend, and then all this week too. It's been not a good time. And then I have to take cold showers out because the water heater's out. I've just been not having fun time. And then I have to pay like $300 to get this job done. Not having a good time. Cold shower not good. I hate cold showers. Especially in the morning whenever everything's already cooled off. And I'm just like, okay, awesome. I'm ready for bed or getting ready to stream. I take a cold shower, I'm just not having a good time. Not having a good time. It'd be different if I worked all day and it was hot after work or whatever. But no, it's cooled off and I'm freezing my butt off, so I've been taking cold showers all week. Just freeze my butt off more.
Well, lean wire isn't too crazy of a job.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a little bit difficult. Now, my dad was talking about getting a junction box installed next to the fuse box, running the wire through that, and having it run inside the room to the other side of the wall instead of having it going up through the top, so you don't have to worry about mice. But that requires a lot more, stuff with it and everything like that. So I might just do wire. That way, save some money, and then also hopefully save some time. But
Yeah, with I can tell you from, I wouldn't say experience, but I can tell you from anecdotes I've picked up here and there. So at some point it's going to become empirical. Electrical work is the last thing you want to save money on.
yeah,
Like, that's one where it's like, yeah, whatever the professional is saying is just, you kind of eat some crow and be like, well, shit, all right.
Well,
how
later
much
on-
is it? $1,000? All right.
later on, I'm planning on rewiring the whole house anyway. Cause like I said, this house is a little old. All the wiring is really old, obviously, because that wire exploded. But I don't want to do that temporary fix if it's going to be a bit more expensive. If I can just do another temporary fix that's going to be maybe a little bit more permanent, and also I'd be able to not have to worry about seeing it or whatever.
Yeah, because like I tell people all the time, watch Fat Electrician.
Yeah.
And he's mostly known for his military stuff, but he is an actual
Yeah.
tradesman, so he has this bit where he's talking about like people used to do it sounds great in theory, and then in practice it's like every house over 50 years old burns down eventually.
Yeah.
Because they'd have like this one wire that would run the length of the house, and they would just insulate it with like tar, and eventually the tar would get like gone. But
Yeah.
like it's just a giant copper wire that runs through the entire house.
Yeah.
And if you need an outlet, you just tap into it and run a wire from that to somewhere else in the house.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, it sounds great until like rats make their way into your foundation somewhere, and they just eat all the insulation off of the wire, and then it just arcs somewhere. And they used to have these you played music, so like tube amps for guitars and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, one of the crazy things is they used to have tube fuses for those.
Yeah.
Let me be seconds. Wife told me forgot her word. So they used to have these fuses that literally looked like Edison-style light bulbs.
Yeah.
That would just be in a fucking fuse box. And they talk about this story like those things are crazy. Well, they have an adapter, and they're permanent to run like modern fuses too. And he was like, Angry Pop was talking about how he got this like piece of shit duplex in New York for like $60,000. And he's like, dude, my fucking lights won't quit turning off. And his buddy was an electrician. He came out and he was like, let me have a look at it. And he took one look into the fuse box and he's like, Rich? And he goes, yeah. He goes, do you have homeowner's insurance? And he goes, yeah. Why? He goes, good. And it was like, apparently some jackass has like welded pennies into your fuse box.
Oh my God.
This thing is not, yeah, he's like, this thing is not like a matter of if it's gonna catch on fire, it's a matter of when. He's like, you could burn this motherfucker to the ground with gasoline and no one would ask a question after looking at this fuse box. He's like, you could make off like a fucking bandit right now.
But
he's like, no one would ask a single question.
oh, gosh dang it. But no, so I get up there and then I call my dad, tell him about he's what's going on. He said, do me a favor, look where the wire connects into the like back into the house through the wall or whatever. I'm like, okay. So I'm up there moving stuff around, or moving the insulation around with gloves and a pipe. Move the insulation out of the way. Oh crap! Where it goes to the water heater, that is burnt. It's like a little crispy. I'm like, okay, well, almost lost the house. That's
Smells
bad.
like plastic.
Well,
Yeah.
I couldn't really smell because I've been stuffed up all week because of the rain and all that. Ow.
Because of the gas leak.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, okay, well, that's bad. Let's take pictures of it, send it to him, and then I get to the other side. I'm like, all right, well, that's obviously the error issue. Let me get to the other side and clean this up where it goes to the wall. See how far back it goes and everything. I get like halfway through the wire. It's fucking blown out the sides, scorched all the way down. I'm like, oh, that was the problem. And I almost caused my house to catch on fire every time I went into the fuse box and tried to turn it on. Awesome.
Yeah, there's always a reason the fuse is getting kicked off.
Yeah. I mean, I was one of those idiots that just locked it on there where it stays, engaged or whatever. Because I'm like, get frustrated over it. I know there's a reason why it's flipping. I'm not that dumb. I just didn't know what it was.
So we have a similar problem. Our house is really, really, really fucking old. Like, how old is it?
Yeah.
It's so old that this house, the bathroom, was an afterthought because the house was constructed before my county had running water.
Oh, nice.
You think of like some places, when you think of like how's the place get built without running water? There used to be an outhouse at the top of the hill in our yard. So somewhere, somebody buried shit in my yard a long time ago.
Well, this is a long time ago, so now it's fully gone, so.
Yeah, because poop disappears.
Well, it turns into dirt from the worms.
Dirt and worms. My favorite dessert.
Sketty.
Earth sketty.
Earth sketty. Knees weak, arms are heavy. Eat this earth sketty. Worms all wiggly, like.
Moving to the CPS already. So every fucking time we've had a problem with something, like we have to replace a bunch of drywall, because like right after I met you, I told you, I was like, yeah, dude, my wife's laundry machine, we had to rewire the fucking weird outlet that's for the dryer and everything.
Yeah.
Well, we recently had the air conditioning go out because the air conditioning goes out once a year. And we had a technician show up recently, take one look at our shit, and he was like, "Where's your fucking wires for the air conditioner?" I'm like, "I guess it's in the crawl space." And it's hardly a crawl space. You just kind of have to, like, you walk down into a basement that's like, you have to kind of like crouch a little bit, but or hunch over a little bit. But we have this guy walk down there, and there's just wires hanging. It's chair, you dick. All right, I'm getting good with these flip flops, bro.
Yeah.
I have 6 pets.
You
So
turn into a Spanish mother.
besides, yeah, dude, that's literally like Corkscrew will straight up look at me and just be like, "Oh,
Go ahead.
that is horrendous." She'll be like, some cat will like misbehave, and she's like, "Oh, he's about to bust out the chancla." So we basically have to tell this guy, we're like, "Dude, the fucking whatever is down there somewhere." We walk in there, and we have one of those tap lines,
Oh yeah.
and there's just fucking wires hanging everywhere. She has a hybrid electric car that we can't plug in because if she does, we'll burn the house down.
She'll be fine.
Because we don't have any grounded outlets. And I know what you're thinking. You have something? No, not even close. Our entire living room, which currently has 2 switches, a Nintendo Wii, a Roku TV, and my big fuck off computer, 2 monitors, lights, all that shit, is running off of 1 fuse.
Oh, nice.
You can't have the TV, the stove, and the microwave on because half of the kitchen and all of the living room is run off of 1 fuse.
Sheesh.
So when we go to cook dinner, it's like, I hope you're not watching TV because the living room and the kitchen won't work at the same time.
Yeah.
So one of 2 things is going to happen. We're either going to rewire this entire house or we're going to move and it's not going to be our problem. But the problem is if we get an inspector in here and they have anybody worth a shit come take a look at this house, they're probably going to tell us to do like 60 grand worth of electrical work.
Yeah.
You're with us here on Sub Pop, and we have an announcement.
What's
But I will say I have finally
a driver smash
convinced Kortsky. And here's one thing that I love about my wife. If I'm like, "Hey, I'm hot, my PC runs hot, there's only so much I can do to cool off.
Yards. Turn left.
I'd like the AC set at 70. She's like, I guess I can put on more clothes." Which you'd think is a problem,
Yeah.
and it kind of is. Like, sometimes she will literally just be like, "Hey, I'm gonna bring you something to drink." You know, I'll literally just ask her, like, "Hey, can you grab me a beer?"
Yeah.
Because she's closer to the fridge. She'll stand up from the bedroom, walk 5 feet to the fridge, and then walk 10 feet to bring me the drink. 15 feet to bring me the drink. But the thing that really gets me is sometimes she's got like a cute little nightie on. Married life's great.
Yeah.
So I still have to like get up from my desk to not like have her on camera.
Yeah.
And it's not like she's sitting around like in lingerie or anything, but I'm just kind of like, maybe the camera shouldn't be on for that.
Right.
I don't want to lose this video. Have someone fucking tagging me and shit left and right, and they're like, what? Is the internet out?
Yeah, I came over.
Oh, so
Jared.
here's a fun thing that can be done. I don't know if you know this, but fucking with companies that try to hit you with weird charges out of nowhere is free and it's super fun.
Yeah.
So I have a situation where like we had to go to the doctor and there is something that's kind of bonkers.
Now that was a lot of work finding the parts.
So like,
But of
let's
course,
say there's
Yuchi delivers.
we get a notification
Shortest
in the
one.
mail
It's up.
that they're trying to charge us like $2,000 or something like that because they sent a sample off to a lab and they got back to us, like this walk-in clinic, and they're like, well, the lab apparently isn't in network with your insurance. And we're like, I love this because I know there was a law passed in 2022 called the No Surprises Act. You just can't do that. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, the No Surprises Act literally states that if you send something off to a lab or a third party that is not explicitly covered by the insurance, tough shit.
Right.
Like, you guys just did that work for free. You can try to bill my insurance, and even if it's out of network, if the insurance doesn't want to pay it, or you just don't want to work with my insurance company, that's not my fucking problem.
Right.
So they sent something off to, they tried to send something off to a lab, and they got back to us and they were like, well, the lab isn't covered. I'm like, okay, that sucks for you. Like, what do you mean it sucks for me? I'm like, you're not getting paid for that. They're like, sir, you have to pay the bill. And I'm like, okay, here's what's great. They also love wanting to be like, well, this is your wife. You know, she's our customer.
Right.
So we can't even talk to you. And I'm just like, hey, babe, say the line. And she goes, he's my acting power of attorney and can speak on my behalf. And I'm like, great. Now we're cooking. What the fuck do you mean you sent something? And now I have full reign to talk to them as if I'm her.
Right.
I go, what do you mean you sent something off to a lab that you knew you had the insurance? You knew for a fact that this insurance wasn't going to be covered by that? Or this lab work wasn't going to be covered by that? So
Yeah.
this is no longer our problem. You could have found a lab, and they're like, well, we only work with one. I go, still not my problem.
Right.
So I fucking love doing this shit. We had an issue with AT&T recently where we went to go cancel AT&T because I was bringing an Xfinity account out here. And I found out Xfinity will run 1.2 gigs of internet. And AT&T had a DSL cable running into the house. We had a phone line basically running our internet here through AT&T.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, cool. Beat. They kept calling. So she calls to cancel. And they're like, they called 3 to 5 times a day for like 2 weeks. Being like, can we get you back? Can we get you on a plan? I was like, dude, if you guys don't stop calling me, I ended up hitting them with like FCC code. This is one thing I love about AI
Yeah.
Because you could just go, this is pissing me off.
Welcome
How do I
back,
deal with
Dennis.
it in the dickest way possible? And like, they just go, like, Grok is great because they're like, I hate telemarketers too. Go fuck yourself, AT&T. So they gave me like the actual code. And I knew this working in a bank that they were like, if you ever get a fucking like opt-out notification and you violate that, the company will be charged upwards of like 25 to $50,000 in like basically open shut lawsuits.
Gracious.
Judge finds out you've been contacted, you have nothing to do with this, and you still reached out to them, they will crucify us in fees. I'm like, I love to hear that. So I pull up this FCC code and I tell AT&T, I go, this is her husband. We weren't even married yet, but I just wanted to throw that around.
Yeah.
I was like, this is her husband, and y'all want to explain to me why after she's opted out, you've called 3 to 5 times a day with a different agent? I was like, by the way, I have the call logs, and I have every single time one of these phone calls has come through, you've now committed a violation of an opt-out request. And mind you, it's for like digital communications and everything.
Yeah.
It's not exactly for phone calls, but you can still scare the fucking shit out of these people.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want you to know that you, as the agent who have violated the opt-out request, are costing your company upwards of $2,000 per violation. After 5 violations, it's 25 grand. After that, once you hit like 6 or 7 violations, your company could pay me upwards of $50,000 to $100,000, right?
Sure.
Like we don't even go to pre-arbitration. A judge signs something and you guys write a check. And I quote the FCC code to them. It's like 255 or some shit like that. I was like, so every single time you guys have reached out, post this, I was like, guys, you can't offer more than 100 megabytes a second on the internet. We're not interested. But I'd love for you to keep calling, because you guys are about to write me a big fat ass check. Never fucking heard from them again. In fact, we were supposed to send them back a modem from like 20 years ago. That's how shitty this AT&T is. And we got a letter from them like 2 days later where they would just go, don't even bother, just throw it in the trash. Like, fuck yeah, dude. I live to fuck with companies that are a pain in my ass.
Right.
What's another fun one? What's another? Oh, if you get a bunch of spam mail, like say Discover hits you up every fucking day with a letter, be like, a credit card, you know, every time they send you spam, like physical mail, all you need is some metal shears and some scrap metal. Because all you have to do, neatly cut a hole in the envelope, stuff it with scrap metal, tape it, and then write return to sender on there, because they have prepaid postage.
Yeah.
Every one of them
I
says so.
heard about this. Yeah.
You can literally mail them like pounds of scrap metal, and they can do nothing about it.
Yeah.
And if they don't pay the mail carrier, because now the weight has changed on the package that they're sending to you, if that changes by an ounce, they get charged.
Yeah.
Now you start sending them pounds every fucking time they mail you something. Watch Discover stop sending you mail. And if they don't pay it, then the mail carrier will not actually carry in that district for that company. So I have a place out here that like wants to send me shit left and right about like, we can replace your windows. Hey, it's been 2 days. Let's replace your windows. And
Right.
I'm just like, I'm going to start mailing you scrap metal. Stop fucking reaching out to me. I love being petty to companies that are a pain in the ass.
Yeah, understandable.
If you annoy me one time, I'm like, how can I cost you money? Like, how can I cost you money for wasting the time? And it's so, the reason I say it's petty is like, I could literally grab it from the mailbox, walk it 50 feet into my house, and then just right into the trash. Not open it, not waste my time.
Right.
But the fact that I was like, oh, I got a letter, it's spam. I'm gonna fucking ruin somebody's day. Hi, kitty. What are you doing? What are you doing, Jim?
I'm not doing every body panel. Let's go with that. Nice, easy. It's blue. It says Honda on the side. Nice and simple. Let's go. All right.
I don't know if I can talk about this,
Ditties.
but I'm gonna.
Okay.
I doubt they're gonna come after me and fucking do anything about it. So I signed up for, let's call it Steel Series, as a part of their affiliate program. And Steel Series says we sell laptops called Razor Blades if you're thinking about it. And they're like, we've got a super great deal for you. Here's what's great about you being a part of our content creator program. I'm listening. Buy this $2,500 laptop. Get an $80 copy of Lego Batman for free. I'm like, you think I'm making professional style content? And I either A, haven't bought Lego Batman, or went, I'm going to drop $2,500 on a laptop
Right.
so I can get Lego Batman. Thank you, quote unquote, Steel Series. You really shouldn't have. Yeah. Yeah. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking.
They have a
Yeah.
that's their popular song. They also have another song called Westbound. It's just a little quick tip there. So if you're ever headed east, you can down. But if you're headed back west, you can just blast out all the way back. Little tidbit that Crimson taught me.
West ground and pound.
Oh.
So there's apparently a Hellraiser game, and the first thing I see is like the Hellraiser chains and hooks.
Yeah.
And like that chick with her tits out and being bored and
Yeah.
stuff. And I'm kind of like, who is this for?
I see. Ah! Ah! Oh, I got it. Okay. Fuck yeah. Ugh. It's for certain people, and you know, kinds of people. Will Smith.
Um, I guess marathon. What was the thing you tagged me in
Oh,
on marathon? Is it like one of the AIs is back?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's one of the AIs from the first 3 games.
Okay.
I forgot which one. Start with a C.
Very,
What?
very.
Harry? Harry the platypus? Also, I was supposed to play Marathon that yesterday, but I got home and after the cold shower, I was like, I don't want to do nothing. Because I also plugged in the Q breaker and then find out that it was still incorrect. And I was broke at that point. I was like, you know what? I don't want to do nothing today. F it. Do it, Dad. I did. Woohoo! Need to. That's 5 points.
Oh, um, here's a fun fact for you.
Fact is fun.
It's Pride Month, so it's time for the gay fact of the day. Thank you, John Doyle.
Yeah.
The Bricktown riots. So there was basically there was basically like the gays love celebrating Pride Month because there was a riot that took place. Let me find it. Let me make sure this is the Bricktown, Oklahoma, city's popular entertainment district, warehouses and restaurants. If I'm trying to remember, hold on. Gay riots in the 70s. Stonewall riots, that's what it is. So there's apparently in 1969 and its 70s impact, what happened? A police raid on the Stonewall Inn, a gay bar, sparked a multi-day confrontation, June 28th through July 3rd, 1969, between gay patrons, including many drag queens, trans women, and gay men. There weren't trans women back then; it was just gay men dressed up as women.
Yeah.
So cross-dressing. And police. It was not the first such raid, but the community fought back aggressively, an act of resistance that became symbolic. This is from Britannica. The legacy in the 1970s, the riots catalyzed the modern gay rights movement. Years of new military to gay liberation, gay activist alliance formed. And activism shifted from quiet advocacy, homophile groups, to more visible confrontational protests. The gay pride marches called Christopher Street Liberation Day in New York City on the anniversary of Stonewall marches also occurred in Los Angeles, Chicago, and San Francisco, so New Sodom and Gomorrah. The birth of modern pride parades. Throughout the decade, hundreds of protests, rallies, and demonstrations across the U.S. and against discrimination, police harassment, and anti-gay laws. There were over 600 gay protests, action protests, from 1965 to 73. Here's what they don't tell you about these. There was effectively the DSM-1 considered homosexuality or homosexual attraction as a mental disorder, but they were basically going after them because they weren't going after them because they viewed them as like a group of fucking mental retards just acting out some crazed sex fantasy. They went after them because the Stonewall area was basically like a disjunction of organized crime.
Oh, yeah.
And this organized crime, all these gay bars, young men were selling themselves into prostitution as young as 12 years old. So they had illegal liquor operations, drug operations taking place, human trafficking, pimping, and selling minors. The reason the cops even showed up there was to break up the prostitution ring. So there, I just scrolled, the reason this whole thing came up is I was scrolling past something that was a pride flag called pedosexual. And then there were people that were just like, the gay community does not welcome pedophiles. Your entire Pride Month thing is celebrating the riots and the clash of transsexuals,
Right.
fighting cops to keep your child prostitutes.
Right.
NAMBLA, North American Man-Boy Love Association, literally can't gather in public anymore, except at pride parades where they're at the back of the march shouting, "We're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children." That's literally what they say.
Very
The
cool.
San Francisco Gay Men's Choir said, "We're coming for your children," in a fucking song. Every single time these people tell you who they are, believe them. Every single time someone plays defense and says, "We don't believe that," yeah, well then stop celebrating Pride Month.
Right.
Because Pride Month was celebrating the Stonewall riots and all the pride parades that came throughout the early 70s because of the 1969 Stonewall raids. to break up child sex rings. So the same people, if you ever hear someone who hates Trump and they go, "We need to go after the Epstein files," I go, "Stop celebrating Pride Month." Why? Oh, I don't know, because you guys were the first Epsteins.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Keep that in my pocket for the next gay person I see.
And here's, yeah. Here's another crazy thing. The situation of the reason that it was removed from the DSM-1 as a mental illness is because faggots were going to these they were going to medical boards that had nothing to do with the DSM-1, and all over the country they were shouting down scientists as they were just talking about, like, well, we found a way to, you know, change a vaccine or two, or we're here to talk about this new version of penicillin where we're actually hyper targeting infections, as we're hyper targeting infections with these new types of antibiotics. It's not just penicillin anymore. We can kind of move to things like amoxicillin, which specifically targets the ear, nose, and throat and everything like that. You had homosexuals standing in the they basically were buying up tickets and like storming into these medical conferences and screaming that gays are not mentally disordered.
Yeah.
The only reason
Good
that they
hearts and
took it out of
minds,
the
right?
DSM-1, the only reason they took it out of the DSM-1 was because they were being shouted down by activists, like they still do today. So it's completely fucking bonkers, man. Every time you turn around, you've got some crazy shit going on that, like, their tactics have not changed in 60 years almost.
Yeah.
Don't get me fucking started on Harvey Milk. Or John Money, for that matter.
Right. Hey, Dad.
Listen,
Hey, Dad, scare.
hey. Oh, here's some other fun facts. Lesbian relationships, people know this, make up for the majority of domestic abuse cases.
Yeah.
I want to say 63% of lesbian relationships have filed charges in domestic abuse cases. Homosexual men deal with incontinence and end up wearing diapers because they basically rang their chili hole bells so many times that their asshole doesn't anymore. 1 in 2 deal with parasitic infections because they play around in fecal matter so much. That, almost every single one of them are infected with roundworms and liver flukes. They will have, on average, now this is a very large sample size, on average upwards of 1,100 sexual partners in their life. Despite making up less than about 11% of the population, people that identify among the LGBTQ two-spirit faggot community make up upwards of 80% of the AIDS cases. And 1 in 4 homosexuals was make up for over 60% of all child sexual abuse cases. In some cases, the number's high as 70%. And almost 100% of them were sexually abused as a child. So then when they're like, I was born like this. No, you are using this identity as a coping mechanism to being abused by a predator.
Right.
And last but not least, it's fucking gay. Happy Pride.
Right. That wasn't just a fun fact. That was fun.
So anytime someone tries to look at me and they're like, oh, we just need to be nicer. Yeah, to the victims, sure.
Right.
But we don't need to like continue. It doesn't help anybody to look at them and just be like, this is who you are because you were sexually abused as a child.
I think I'd probably build one big skate park. That'd be pretty
John
cool,
Money,
with ramps,
the
little
founder
cafe
of
to
modern
chill in.
transgenderism,
So we'd have lots of
as
stalls
we
for
know it,
matcha, music everywhere.
a child
maybe
went
even
through a
record
botched
store.
circumcision.
Stage for shows too, actually.
He chose with working with the parents to castrate that child from such an early age to try and socially condition. This is a guy who coined the term gender, basically.
Yeah,
him
yeah,
and one of his cohorts. He effectively, with the parents' agreement, castrated that kid and raised one as a boy and one as a girl.
Oh yeah, those are the twins. Yeah.
Right. Both of them grew up to become drug addicts and both ended up killing themselves because John was forcing them to have sex with each other.
Yeah. Now the one that was transgender, that one killed himself first, and then the brother ended up killing himself later from the threat and everything later on in life.
Yeah.
Everything he went through, it sucks. But yeah, you know, it's good research. You know, it's backing all their reason on why transgender is okay. It's fine.
Yeah, it's and like when I talk to the kinds of people that are like, you just need to meet love.
Right.
No, the people like Harvey Milk, the people like John Money, make me question my stance on the death penalty. Pretty strong. Like, I get it. The state has no incentive to get it right. You guys have heard my stance on the death penalty and everything like that. But there sometimes comes a point where I just look at it and go, hey, shoot that fucking guy.
Right.
Like, if somebody were to be like, this guy did these horrible things and then he was lynched or whatever, I'm just like, hold on. Oh, my coffee's almost empty. Anywho, you know.
I totally made that guy smash through that tree.
Yeah. Oh, damn, that's crazy. So you were the doctor who came up with transgenderism and then your brakes didn't work one day and you slammed into a tree doing 1,000? God.
You segued right off the cliff. That's crazy.
Hold on, the inventor of the Segway had nothing to do with this.
What's up? It's in there. Maybe.
Stop it! Shut your...
Let's not throw a shotgun shell at the dog.
Got the guns in my house. That's the problem.
Yeah, that primer is going to end up like hitting a pebble or a piece of cat litter or something.
I'll show you.
Okay.
I don't know why we didn't.
Did you say there's another wire in there? Well, yeah.
It's gotta go somewhere.
But we don't know where it goes, and then...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I also was talking around at work, there's a guy there, one of our maintenance guys, he actually does electrical work on the side as well. Well, because you're awesome and I love you so much. No, he said he's cheap, so yeah. Maybe why you sit down in that chair back there. Huh? Where's my Bible? It's in my room. It's in my room. Yeah. Is there a reason why you're looking for it, or?
I heard Waffle
Yeah,
talking
Bible right
about
here, then.
Pride Month, and you know, I feel
Not
like
same
reading.
one.
I have to have your Bible.
Yeah. I got Bibles all around the house.
You go to church a lot, don't you?
All right. Not with that one, no. That one just stays on my desk. Yeah, it keeps that spot on my desk real clean, I know.
Dude, I'm looking at this new I'm looking at the new gun
You got it for
in Marathon.
Oh, yeah.
Biotoxic disinjector.
Oh, those are in it, yeah.
Oh really? I've never
Oh wait,
seen
no,
it.
wait, no, hold on. That was added like before they did this most recent update. No, it is newer to the game, but it's not brand new.
Yeah, like some of these I've never
Yeah.
touched. The KKV 9SD submachine gun.
Yeah, that's new.
The Outland, never played with that. I don't know anything about the Circuit Breaker or the Mizraya. Rail guns, I don't know anything about those. There's two of them. The D54 battle pistol, never touched. The V66 Lookout. I've used the volley rifle, the hardline, but I don't know anything about the twin tap, the Strider, the repeater. I think I've dealt with the Retaliator, but I've never used the Demolition or the Conquest LMGs. Hybrid weapons, Biotoxic Disinjector I've never touched. And I don't think I've had... No, I've used the Impact, and I haven't really used the M77. But... How do I...
Great skill and power. Fuck you, Ford. I'm sideways. That's not good. How would get beat by a bunch of GOC jimmies? Not right.
Okay, so now I guess I'm looking at scent.
I did hit that. Damn. Damn, bro. Come on, AI, let me win this one. Doing good, how about yourself? Thank you for the follow. Gosh dang it. Breaks our friends. That's swell. Actually,
Well, you know what? Since we're talking about some pretty hard hitting stats.
yeah.
This is a rough one. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, let's pick up Discord. Sorry, no, I should make sure I wasn't sound like I was talking to myself the entire time. That would have been unfortunate.
True. That would have sucked.
I was in the stream and just deleted it all. But you know what? I'm done.
Give me the game stats again. What was that? Yeah. Okay.
Five, four, three. Yeah, I did. Hello. Yeah, my dad was fiddling with the fuse box.
Down wire.
He figured out where that wire he was questioning went.
Just wire live, and he just fucking
You just hear him fly across the
it with
room
like a screwdriver. Yeah.
All right. Hi, dog. I'm just glad that it's whenever the stream crashes, it's just reconnected.
Yeah, that's always good.
Anyway, as you were saying, stats and then
Yeah. Let's see. Conviction and demographic data. Uh, offender name-based analysis. Offender name-based analysis shows that 90%
Welcome
proportion
back,
of
Dennis.
convicted individuals examining grooming gang cases who bore
It'll need some time on the
distinctly
road, so
Muslim names.
make sure you give it a good run out.
Context note, expert faith community testimony cited with the report estimates that the total internal proportional network of members belonging to the Muslim faith are at 95%. So that means that 5 out of 100% of the sexual assaults that have led to a conviction, which they're not prosecuting all of them, of the ones that they've gone after, they find out 90% of them have Muslim names and 5% of them have anglicized names but are of the Muslim faith. So they showed up, hit the shores, changed their name, and still managed to act like Muslims. Who could have seen it coming? Yeah. The specific conviction data sample from 2005 to 2017. So this is like 12 years. Based on the analysis of 264 group-based child sexual assault convictions cited in the report, 8% were of black heritage. That means probably of like African descent. Those who like actual Africa, probably showed up from like Somalia, Ghana, wherever.
yeah.
White British European heritage, 7%. South Asian background, predominantly Pakistani Muslim, 84%. Note on non-Pakistani components, the report also notes smaller convicted multi-offender groups or individuals, Somali, Kurdish, Iraqi, Algerian, Syrian, Iranian, Turkish, Kuwaiti, Romanian, and Slovakian national backgrounds. 2 of those nations I just mentioned are Eastern European. All the rest of them, Middle Eastern or African shitholes. The logistical and operational tactics. The operational tactics start with targeting, then move to entrapment, logistics, location, coercion, and trafficking. So basically, the targeting, selection of vulnerable minors 18, the entrapment, provisions of alcohol, drugs, and gifts, logistics, the use of taxi networks and private hire cars for transport from school gates and streets, locations, abuse in private houses, commercial hotels, and flats, coercion, blackmail via video, physical violence, threats to life, and then trafficking, movement across county lines between major cities or transit overseas. There is systemic and institutional failures, so at the agency level, justice and police, refusal to take victim statements or pursue intelligence, treatment of minors and choosing a lifestyle, or acting as prostitutes. The cops wouldn't prosecute this shit because they said, well, you made a decision that put you in this situation. It's not rape.
Awesome.
Or they would say, you were selling yourself and now you feel bad. The same police were acting on a revocation of consent by women who would just be like, well, I regret the sex, so therefore it was rape. And they would then go arrest somebody. Another agency, social care, placing victims into the care of into care homes already identified as trafficking hubs. So that, like, Child Protective Services was just like, here, I know that you've had a problem in the past. Your parents wouldn't raise you correctly, so I'm going to put you with this nice man who's named Muhammad. But hey, Muhammad, remember that time we said don't sell kids on the market? And he's like, okay. And they're just like, undermining and dismissing parental safeguard efforts. So they would like, don't put my kid into Child Protective Services. And they were like, nah, we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Destruction or loss of statutory historical care files. So, like, they would find out, CPS was like, my bad, we're going to put these kids with Muhammad. And we know he's selling children.
Nothing.
But that's okay, it wasn't our patient anyway. We're just file that they ever were here. Healthcare. Failure to log safeguarding referrals for physical/genital trauma in children, discharging suicidal or heavily medicated minors directly to the abusers. So somebody would abuse a child so bad, they would take them to the hospital and be like, but I want to do it again. And they'd be like, sure, here's some stitches. Leave that alone for, you're not going to, it's fine, here's some pain meds. Education, allowing older men to openly collect pupils from gate sites. This is basically like where the kids get let out of school. Responding to trauma-related truancy with pupil exclusion instead of protection. So the kid wouldn't show up to school because they were being abused, and instead of looking further into it, they just be like, you have a valid excuse for not coming to school. And last but not least, the local government. Suppression of offender ethnicity recording to protect community relations, quote unquote. Backing down from safety mandates due to organized local protests. So the Muslims were pitching a fit, and then the local authorities would not say who was doing this, to properly inform the public. Like, hey, by the way,
right?
Don't let your kids get into a taxi run by a Pakistani. And then they would get rid of CCTV footage and taxi recommendations.
Yeah. Absolutely.
For the sake of your stream, I'm not going to say what I think my my prescription is. But I was talking to, and you would love this guy, Country. Follow a guy called Devin the Beast. I game with him all the time. We play Siege, and we were playing Space Marine the other night. He is very outspoken about how extreme he thinks things should be. Like, his position on immigration is get rid of all of them, including the good one.
Yeah.
And I'm there to kind of temper that conversation. Just be like, no, I know plenty of immigrants that have come here and like they're actually contributing something. Like the woman who sponsored my wife coming into the church, she actually volunteers at the local elections and statewide and national elections as a somebody who organizes the polls and everything. This is not a slog on society. But he was like, yeah, but you got to count the fact that 25% of all of Mexico's population lives in the United States, and of those that are here, including illegal immigrants, all of those, the 25% of Mexico's population lives in the U.S. 70% of them are on social welfare.
Yeah.
And he's like, so get rid of all of them, including the good ones. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. Because if you've got people who have been incentivized to come here for free shit, you're going to punish the people who never did anything wrong? I know the people that are here that are, like, you know, running businesses or something akin to that. They shouldn't be punished for that.
Correct.
Those that are contributing something useful. Those who have shown up and decided that they were going to try to put something back into the community that's given them so much. You know, I don't think that these people should be eligible for anything as far as grants are concerned or anything like that, right? You know, we talked about this before, where the Indians will show up and then because they're a foreign national and they want to start a business, they open a gas station, and then by opening a gas station, they can then sit down with their family in 3 years when the government grants them. They sign the business over to the family member, all the while sending money back to their shithole country. But every 3 years there's a change of ownership in the business. And this is how the Somalis, the Pakistanis, the Indians, they're able to come to this country, start up like a pagoda in the mall,
Right.
charge an exorbitant amount for a fucking vape or something, you know, bootleg jewelry, or bootleg sports paraphernalia, and then they go, it's the same guy that you walk past in the mall, and they're like, come here, I'll give you a deal, and the deal is like, I sold vapes for a living.
Right.
So this guy would be like, this is normally a $200 vape. It's not.
Right.
It's a $60 vape. And he's like, but I'll do you a deal. I'll sell it to you for $75. I'm like, that's already way too high.
Yeah.
And they just like, they pretend like they scam you and everything, and they try to pretend like they're giving you such a great deal. I'm like, bro, with the distros that sell the legit version of this, I can tell you this doesn't have a real serial number on it. So you've got Chinese bootleg vape, and you're selling it for more than the authentic version of that vape.
Yeah.
And you're trying to tell me you're going to take a 200% cut in your profit margin for little old me. How generous. How about, I have a better idea. You take that vape and you fuck yourself with it. See ya. But like every 3 years, so there's a grant for these people to run a business. They sign that over to a new ownership, go back to their shithole, or they stay here, and then the grant re-ups for a new business owner. So they're basically operating this business tax-free while scamming you, charging way too much, claiming things are authentic and they're not. So I'm like, those people gotta go. Send them packing. But I don't think we should be punishing those who come to the country with the same, you know, Crowder puts it like this. He was like, when people used to show up in the United States, and basically the promise to them was, we'll stay out of your way, but you're promised nothing, except you don't have to live under the tyranny of the European shithole you came from.
Exactly.
Okay, great. The difference is, like, now we've been flooded in Texas with H-1B fraud, where someone will show up and they've been promised a job that you and I would do for, say, the dollar amount for this job starts at an average wage of 120. And some packy shows up and you're like, you'll do it for 55,000, and you also went through New Delhi's shit degree. Lie and say that you know how to do this job, but the reason you're going to get hired for this is put the job on it. It's also being run by an Indian. Let's be real, the Indians aren't going to hire Pakistanis. So an Indian tries to come over here from New Delhi's. You've never worked in this field. The company who hired Indians swears up and down that they can't find the proper talent in the U.S.
Yeah.
And they're going to pay Indians half of those wages for them to not do the job that they're not qualified for. This is immigration fraud.
Yeah.
Upwards of 90% of H-1Bs that are in the country lied to get here. Every single one of those bits of paperwork needs to go over with a fine-tooth comb and decide whether or not we should keep these people.
Really?
Because
Really correct. Absolutely.
they're also bringing their whole family over too.
Yeah.
So we've got this problem of like the scammers are showing up, sending remittance back to their country, bringing their whole family over because they're like, well, it's a family business. Say the Somalis. This is a crazy situation with the Somalis. They come to Minnesota, they bring their 4 wives. The U.S. doesn't recognize polygamy on paper. So they bring their 4 wives. The eldest wife is put down as the next of kin, the spouse, on the paperwork. They will get this business grant and they change the ownership to a cousin, the oldest son, or something like that. So every 3 years, the business changes hands. So they're not paying taxes on that. Then they say, well, I'm barely breaking even though the Somali community is coming to my station or my Leering center. And they will then say, well, because I'm breaking even, and because I'm running this business so piss poor, I can't actually operate this business. I need food stamps. But I came here legally when you opened the door and straight shit. So like, fine, you're eligible for social welfare. When they bring them in, and we again don't recognize polygamy, their second, third, fourth wife, some of which are like 15 years old or younger, put down that, hey, I'm a single mother according to your documents. Therefore, while I've worked for 10 hours a week as a Walmart greeter, contributing fuck all to the community, I need food stamps for my 4 kids. Where do you think they spend those food stamps? At the husband's bodega, grocery store, gas station. So you've got the husband and the first wife, then the 3 other wives all spending the taxpayer-funded food stamps at the taxpayer-funded tax-free business that they're operating, and everyone in their community is doing it. That's how you have $18 billion fraud a year.
Yeah.
Just in a city in Minnesota. Can't blame the people who wake up one day and go, fuck every one of them, get everybody out.
Yeah.
Yeah, those committing fraud. But of like the Hispanics that come to this country and actually did it right, let them be a beacon to those who are trying to come here and are like, I'll do whatever it takes. Okay, you'll do whatever it takes. Will you do it correctly?
Right.
No, I need to get there right now. Then we don't need you. If your first act as being a part of this country is to defraud us, sorry.
Out. Economy, Dunzo.
Yeah, try to go to Canada.
Right. I'll let you in. No problem, actually.
Yeah.
Just have to walk a little bit farther. We'll be fine. All right, well, I'm gonna have to cut you off there, bud. I gotta end this and then do a bunch of electrical stuff. Hopefully, not get fried.
Wear rubber insoled boots. Just ground yourself.
I got my steel toe boots or my little slide-on shoes. So,
Yeah, those are Those are very conductive.
Yeah, very good.
Wouldn't recommend it.
He'll be fine. He'll buff. I also got my. I'll have my protective jeans on, so we'll be.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
My
like, I'm just
rubber
gonna put a
gloves.
rubber on. Yeah. Just put condoms on your feet and then go
Yeah,
go
put
play with
condoms on my
wires.
feet.
All
All
right, big
right.
dog.
Catch you later. Thank you for stopping by, having a great conversation this
Bye,
morning, dude.
everybody.
Goodbye,
Yeah.
everybody. Everybody in chat, rating on out to. I just forgot who we're rating out to. Small D. That's right. Rating out to Small D. Make sure when you go over there, leave a like, follow, share. Before you leave here, make sure you leave a like, follow, share. I gotta get going. Stay, baby. Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.